Here we have an Acura MDX SH all-wheel drive Type S ADV, and I like the styling of it, but it runs in the Honda family, and so when you get inside, it does in fact actually pass the big friggin' bottle test. Here we have an Acura RDX SH all-wheel drive A-Spec ADV, quite the mouthful. I like the way this looks, however it is a little bit aged. However, unfortunately, it also fails the big friggin' bottle test. It really wanted to go, but alas, it did not. Here we have an Acura TLX Type S. I don't really see much point to this car when the Integra Type S exists, which is one of my favorite cars I've ever tested, but getting inside, cup holders fail the big friggin' bottle test. This is a BMW M4 competition coupe. Love this matte purple paint. I think this is a showstopper, and the sort of tan reddish clay interior I think overall looks really good too. It does have openable cup holders, and they unfortunately fail. BMW X2, had no idea they still even made this thing. It looks very interesting and different, much more different than I remember, and of course it's a BMW product, so it fails the big friggin' bottle test. Here we have the giant snouted BMW X7. Never really been a fan of these, however I haven't done a full driving review, so maybe change my mind on that, and I like the gold accents on this black vehicle. However, the cup holders are tiny, and it fails the big friggin' bottle test. This is the Buick Envista Sport Touring from 2024. Haven't driven this car yet. I think it looks pretty decent. I like the sort of wildcat styling that they've been going with. However, although someone left a drink in here, it fails the big friggin' bottle test. Ew, someone left a drink. The 2024 Chevy Blazer EV RS, really excited to see these on the road. I think they look good. If you've seen the Barbie movie, you know what this car is. And the red interior was nice, but it took a little bit of motivation, but it does, in fact, I'm giving this a pass for the big friggin' bottle test. Here's the Chevy Colorado ZR2. Really love this update, and we did test its brother, the GMC Canyon, which got the same update this year. And I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence here. I think I'm gonna give it a pass, because if you do give it enough muscle, it will go in and stay. It's just not very smooth. Here's a 2022 Chevy Silverado 6500 HD chassis cab. Huge behemoth of a truck, and this one has the dump back on it, which was pretty cool. However, inside, Chevy is not fantastic when it comes to the big friggin' bottle test, and even the 6500 fails the big friggin' bottle test. We have the Silverado EV. Very cool to see this in person. I actually really like the proportions of it, although you could tell that it's a sibling of the Hummer EV. And I don't know, we're kind of on the cusp here. It goes in a little bit. I'm gonna give it a pass. I'm not happy about it. It's very, very snug, but I think overall it would work. Here we have the Chevy Trailblazer. I haven't reviewed one in a long time. I reviewed one when they debuted and just haven't touched one again. This is the RS model. I love this blue color. The interior's decent, but with this in the tracks, it's hard to sort of differentiate the two. And of course, it does have small cup holders, so it fails the big friggin' bottle test. Ford Escape ST line. I also like the look of this car. I think it has some pretty nice lines, and I think it's proportioned pretty well. It's fun that they made a sporty little version. Interior is a little bit bland, but will it pass? No, of course not, silly. It's a little SUV. None of them pass. The Ford Explorer has been redesigned for the 2025 model year, and I have to say it looks a lot more handsome than it has in the past. However, it does not pass the big friggin' bottle test, leaving it with a fail for its facelift. Here we have the Ford Lightning Switchgear, which is a Baja concept vehicle based off the Ford Lightning. It is an all-electric truck. It looks so sweet. I absolutely love the look of it. And it does, in fact, on the inside, along with these awesome seats, it passes the big friggin' bottle test. Ford Mustang has been updated for the 2024 model year, and this is the GT convertible, and it does have similar cup holders to the Dark Horse that we tested last year, so unfortunately, again, it's a fail. Ford Ranger Raptor is going to be an interesting one. I can't wait to get my hands on one and actually drive it. 3.0 liter twin turbo V6. But does it pass the big freaking bottle test like its older sibling, the Raptor R? It does not. This is a Ford Transit. I'm probably one of the only reviewers on YouTube that really loves Ford Transits. And this is the 350. I had high hopes, but unfortunately, you can't bring the big friggin' bottle to the job site. Here we have the redesigned GMC Acadia. I actually really like how this looks. It doesn't look like the old version. I really like that. I think it looks hip and modern now, which is rough to say about a GMC. But does it pass? I don't know. It's really hesitant to go in, and so unfortunately I gotta give it a fail because I think it would fall over on the first turn. This is the Honda Prologue. This is their brand new, completely ground up, brand new EV vehicle. I love this color that it came in, and I love the interior. I think it actually looks really nice, really modern, and as an added bonus, it does in fact pass the big friggin' bottle test. The all-new Hyundai Santa Fe, which I think looks really good. I also love the fact that they're sort of carrying over the Hyundai Ioniq style lighting to the front end. I think that looks really good. And it does, in fact, pass the big friggin' bottle test. The new Sonata, I think this looks fantastic. This is way better than the old headlight setup they had on the outgoing generation of the Sonata. Really love the proportions of this car. Love that Hyundai's still making sedans. And just for that added little bonus, it does, in fact, pass the big friggin' bottle test. The Kia Carnival was facelifted here at the Chicago Auto Show. I went to the unveiling of it. Very exciting for that. And it does, in fact, pass the big friggin' bottle test. You see me sort of questioning why it's wobbling. Someone left some like plastic bits in there or something. So it does pass with flying colors, the Kia Carnival. 2025 Kia Sorento Turbo. Love the look of these. I think the headlights and taillights are really showstoppers, and Kia and Hyundai have really been focusing on headlights and taillights, which is nice to see. Love this blue color too, and the interior was nice. However, unfortunately, it fails. Here we have the new Lexus GX. Very excited to drive this car, basically the Lexus Land Cruiser, and it does have similar cup holders to the Lexus TX that we tested here on the channel a few weeks ago, and unfortunately it suffers the similar fate of failing. Here we have the 2024 Lexus LC500 convertible. Now, I did a full review of a 2023 on my channel, and it's one of my favorite cars I've ever driven, but they redid the interior. They took away the trackpad, thank God, and they updated the infotainment system, so I figured a interior refresh might be worth it to try. However, unfortunately, they did not touch the cup holder, and it still remains a fail. Nissan Armada. I don't think I've ever reviewed one here on the channel. They've been making it in a similar generation for years and years. You can tell by the taillights. Interior was very nice. I like the diamond stitching in it. However, if you pop open the cup holders, they are rather tiny, and unfortunately, it fails. For 2025, the Subaru Forester has been completely redone for a new generation, and although I think it actually looks decent, actually seeing it in person, I think I like it a lot better. It unfortunately fails. It sort of faked me out. It went in a little bit, but I think at the end of the day, I just don't feel like we can make that a pass. Tesla Cybertruck. I know you guys have been waiting for this one, and although it has these weird sort of octagonal cup holders and it's very cool looking, it unfortunately fails. The refreshed Tesla Model 3, I think it actually looks decently attractive. It is just a refresh, it's not a completely new generation of the Model 3, and they still stuck with the minimalist interior. However, on the inside, we'll big friggin' bottle test it, and unfortunately fails. However, if I know anything about the Tesla aftermarket, I'm sure someone makes an adapter. 2025 Toyota Camry. Was very excited about this one, and this is a prototype vehicle. I think these will sell really well. I'm excited to see these on the streets. However, unfortunately, don't anticipate bringing your big bottle with in your new Camry. Volkswagen Atlas. Love this rear light bar, especially the Volkswagen logo actually lights up red, which I think is really cool touch, and I like the interior. The wood on the inside is nice. However, the cup holders are not big enough to fit the big friggin' bottle. Volkswagen ID7 was tested here at the Chicago Auto Show, and I love the look of it. I think it has really sleek lines. I love the fact that Volkswagen is still making sedans. I do love this ambient lights in the ID7 though. I think that's a really nice touch. However, once we hop inside, it does have openable cup holders, and unfortunately, it is a fail. Here we have the ID Buzz. It is the new electric Volkswagen bus, and I am so excited to see these on the roads, hopefully late fall of 2024. That's at least what they're predicting. And it does have pop-out cup holders. You fold them out. However, unfortunately, it fails the big friggin' bottle test.